Hello, welcome and welcome back to the Whole Bucket. I am Cheryl, and today we're making bits and pieces. So I am going to do a few jelly prints, and I didn't think that made very interesting videos, but a friend of mine said, what is it going to take to make you start doing videos again? Because I have been out of commission for quite a while. So I took that as a hint that I should get my act together and do something. She said, just turn on the camera. Okay, fine. I just turned on the camera. Okay, so I have a couple of plans. We're going to do a 5x7 and an 8x10. Ooh, my plate is dirty. Apparently, I left some bits and pieces on my jelly plate. You know what? I need to pick some colors. Oh my. So, Sweetie, you can't be here. Back off, lady cat. No, don't step on my gel plate. Okay, so how about I'm going to use Color Shift Violet. Violet Flash. Blue Violet Flash. And I'm going to use Satin Teal. And this says Antique White, but this is actually just a bunch of stuff I've mixed up. It actually looks a lot like the Antique White that was in there to begin with. So not bad mixing, really. And we will need one of them, and we will need one of them. And that's it, I think. I think. You're going to have to be off my paper pile. So I have brayer off paper ready. I have flop paper kind of ready. I always forget that part. Not always. I forget the flop off pile a lot. And I have some final pull papers right up there. And some possibly middle pull papers as well. So, I don't know. I'll explain it when I'm doing it, I guess. I only have the really thin paper for the 5x7 size, though. So I might have to find some. I might have to find something to pull 8x10. Something thin to pull the 8x10s. I think I will just use the same paper, just not cut it so small. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, good enough. If I can, I'll tear that in half. Looks like I can. So I'm going to tear these in half quick and have this more ready to go. And I'm probably going to need quite a bit more than this if I do any more pulls. But if that's so, I will pause and grab some. So, I don't know. Gel printing is quite the undertaking, if you ask me. It's not like it's a hard thing to do. I think it's easy to do, kind of like sort of classic games, right? A minute to learn, a lifetime to master, that kind of thing. Because you can play with this thing and end up getting great stuff while you're learning. So if you're thinking of giving it a try, I recommend giving it a try. All right, I'm gonna clean the plate before we start anything, and all I'm gonna do for that is, Mr. Malik, come on, guys. Oh, wow. I'm apparently going to do that by squeezing entirely too much paint onto my plate. I am going to put a coat of a color I don't like on. Oh, it's a book. I didn't realize I was brayer-offing on a book. there we go. And then I didn't need that much. That was silly. So let's take off a little paint. And then we'll just level it out a little bit. Put a paper on it and set it aside to dry a little bit. I don't know if technically this is the way you're supposed to get paint off, you know, I mean by letting it dry and all that, but it's all I know, so that's what I'm doing. It makes sense in my brain. If I just let it dry, maybe it'll pull up all that old stuff. So let's set this one aside and we'll see. Hey, guys. Guys, come on. Thank you. I think they decided it's playtime. All right, here's the 8x10. I typically always do the 5x7. Typically always. That doesn't even make sense. I typically do the 5x7 in portrait and the 8x10 in landscape just because that is the way I use this stuff most often. There is something right there creating a bubble. Oh, there's a bit of paint that got under the plate. Okay. There we go. I think I heard you're supposed to not get air bubbles under your gel plate. I'd like to know how you do that because I have never been able to get this thing down and not have air bubbles under it. Not once, not one time. Okay, this thing is also filthy. I think I'm going to leave it though. It's got some intriguing gold bits that I like, and I think it'll go just fine. So let me do a ponder. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is start with the purple. Okay, we're gonna start with the purple. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I saw Becky Bokern. I forgot the name of her channel now, but she keeps those and puts them in a little jar. Why? Becky, why do you keep those? All right. Oh, that's not enough paint. That is not enough paint. Silly girl. Oops, sorry about that. Vibrate the camera. Now it's probably way too much paint, huh? Let me turn these other paints upside down too quick. There we go. So I just play till I learn. I do watch Eddie at Eddie Makes Art, right? And I try to learn from him because he's good at explaining some things that I just don't know and understand. And I watch some like small projects he does, and then I try to emulate that. So far, for my learning journey in gel printing, it's working. So I highly recommend that channel. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is try to pull with this. I think I'm taking too long. And then I let stuff dry, don't I? Look how pretty. Yikes. And then this can come off. I think I always do it too long. I never get good flop off bits. Never, ever, ever. So I'm turning the flop off bit, right, is when you turn, I have paint on my stencil. I turned it upside down and I'm pressing it onto paper to get a print. You get some of the paint off the stencil and get a print of the reverse of the stencil. And I let it dry too long because look, it's still on there and it's not very impressive on there. I don't know, man. There are so many things that I over fuss about. This is just one of the many. When I press down too long. I actually should have done it with a thinner piece of paper because I can see a lot of the smaller stuff, it didn't get in very well, but that's okay. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it turns out then. And that's almost dry already. I'm checking on that 5x7 quick. It looks like the corners are curling up. I don't want that. I want to make sure it comes out mostly clean. Okay. I think, I don't know. Got a fingerprint in it now. I think I could do this though. I think I can already put the paint on. Either that or I am terribly impatient. Both of those things could be true. And the only way they're not is if I can't put the paint on yet. Because, let's just face it, I am terribly impatient. Waiting is one of the skills of life that I am most lacking in. Anybody? Oh, is that my camera's freaking out. Sorry, folks. That'll be under control in just a second here, I promise. I didn't know that my camera would freak out at this color. That's weird. I've never seen it do that because of a color before. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Hang on. It'll stop in a second. Okay. All right, so I am going to do a thinner paper this time because this is a lot of smaller bits to get into, right? And I have two pieces here. I only want one. And let's get, this is kind of cool because then you can really see what's happening, right? So if you're like me and you're new to gel printing, or if you have never done gel printing, now you see what in the world we're trying to say when we're, you know, the pull off part and the whatever. This makes it so the process is very visual for anybody wondering what the heck is going on here. Some bits are already dry. Look, I can't get the paper to stick. So there's some parts that are not gonna pull off any paint. Oh, bother. That is so not my comfort zone. Although it does add more interest to your designs. So don't over fuss like I do. I am over fussing. Okay, so then you do that, right? And this is what you get. Look at that. That's beautiful. I love that. And then I want to pull this off because I'm done with this. And I'm going to let that dry. And then this goes upside down on a piece of paper. And I try to get some of this paint off. But this time, not only did I press down on the design to do the... here. Not only did I press down too long, but then I sat and talked to you also, so I don't know what I'm going to get. Probably not much of anything. Let's take a look. So here is the flop off. I think this is what Patricia and Mariah at PM Artist Studio called the flop off. Or maybe it's not them. Maybe that's just the term, but that's where I learned a lot of stuff. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't do well at that. Okay, I'm going to throw this in a tub of water I have off to the side. And then watch your eyes, people. My camera's going to go crazy again for a minute. Actually, no. Let's switch. Let's let this dry a little bit more. I wonder why my camera I mean, I know it goes crazy when I have too much visual information going on. I don't understand why it went crazy at that particular color. Let's see if... Yeah, I knew that edge curling up was going to cause a problem for me. Let's find out how much yellow gets left behind. Not much. Not much, just where the edges curled up a speck. But yeah, that got off a lot of that red stuff that I didn't want. So I'm going to fold this back up. This can be used for another removal of stuff. And I'm going to do this project in the exact same colors on the 5x7, just different stencils. Not that one. I'm not even sure why I have that stencil. Okay, I think let's do this one first. Okay, we're going to do this design first, and I did say that I'd do the 5x7 portrait-wise, and I do. And we're going to do the exact same colors, and let's do them in the same order because I really want to see what it does, how it looks different in different designs and different sizes and all that. So I'm just changing as few variables as I can. There's something goobery up there. It looks like a cat hair that got curled up. There we go. I don't know if that's even thick enough to do anything with, but here we go. Okay, I'm going to pull this with a thin paper again because it's got such little bits, right? If you are a gel printer and you're watching me do this and you're laughing hysterically at all the assumptions I'm making and goofy things I'm doing wrong and what have you, please leave some helpful tips in the comments, and I will take those to heart when I try this again. Yeah, that was way too thin and now nothing's coming up. It dried before I even got the paper on. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Okay, it just didn't soak through. Look at that. That's actually gorgeous. Huh. Good to know. Okay, we're going to pull this up. And we will flop this right on top of that yellow. Let's see if this yellow can pull any of this off. Rawr. Rawr. Interesting. A little interesting anyway. I don't know. Am I done with this one? I think I'm done with both of these. I'm going to put these two in the water too. It's probably way too late, but yeah, whatever. I'm going to go clean my stencils in a while. Now, let's go back to the other one for a second. Boy, that's heavy. That's heavy. Sorry if the camera goes nutso again. Yep, that's dry. Stop. Stop. Just stop. I wonder if I do just that. Will that? No, that's not enough. There. All right. Once I get this color on, it should stop completely. I'm going to have to do some research and figure out why it does that, because I'm going to be making some changes to my computer very soon. Oh, it's got a goober in. Stop. Do you think that'll help if I whine at it? I'm sure that's what it takes to fix the problem, right? Whining at it. Oh, there it came off the brayer. Good. Oh, not all of them. Apparently there's more than one. Oh, shoot. Now I'm pulling up the design. Okay, just stop fussing, girl. Just stop. You're gonna wreck it. So I'm gonna take a good sheet of paper and make sure that this is in good contact all the way around, all the edges, and the whole body of the thing. If there's another question, if you're a gel printer, why does the underneath design pull up like that? I'm sure it's because it's dry and the new paint is clinging to it and pulling it up, but I mean, it doesn't always happen, so I'm doing something wrong. Am I over braying? Am I braying too long? Maybe that's it. Like it's starting to dry and it's pulling stuff apart. That would make sense. That sounds like a me. Alright. I forgot to brayer off. There we go. Okay, now we're going to let this puppy dry. Ooh. Okay, I think that's probably pretty good. All right, we'll bring the little one back and finish it. I don't know, I suppose this is gonna do it again and go nuts with this color. It's so bizarre. You know what? This stencil isn't even out of its package. That's probably not going to help. Come on. Come on. Ouch. Okay. Need to have it ready. Oops. On the plate. Nice and even. Even Steven. Not odd Todd. then I'm gonna do this in there. And I think I'm gonna do this twice. So once with this paper, fairly quick because I apparently overdo everything. And then once with the super thin paper. And I have more than one piece. Hang on. There we go. Oops, I may have messed some stuff up. Okay, I'm going to press this into these little bits just a tiny bit more. And then throw this on the piece of paper. And press it in. I mean, I can't imagine that's going to get anything. Those are tiny little lines. Just a grid, right? But there. I mean, it might be a usable thing. I'm going to throw this in the water. Yikes. I am a mess. I am colors. I am lots of colors. I am not happy with my antique white anymore. I thought I did a pretty good job mixing it, but it's really light white. I wanted a creamier color. So I'm going to do this one, but then I'm going to have to adjust this. Oh wait, that's not dry enough yet. Slow your horses, lady. Okay. Let's see what's happening over here. It's still cold, so it is not ready to go. All right, we're gonna let that sit and see what happens in a few minutes. Okay, let's give it a try. I'm ready. Are you ready? Okay, there's little specks still on there, but remember that patience thing that I mentioned? I'm lacking. There we go. There's the part that I pulled up with the brayer. Oh, way too much visual information. I think it's the metallics. I bet that's it. No, because the purple was the metallic. Huh. Jeez Louise, man. I'm not loving my choice in colors or the patterns in here because I think it would have been better the other way around. Maybe I'll go clean those stencils because I got a whole pile of them next to me to clean. So maybe I'll go clean stencils and we'll try the exact same ones in the opposite color order. Let's switch back to the tiny one though. Boy, come here, you. There we go. Wow. That was hard to pick up for some reason. And let's put this on. So while we were waiting, I did change this color a little bit. Not a ton. It's still a little brighter white than I would like. So I might make some further adjustment. And I may have thinned it too much because that is just not covering, is it? I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can get away with. let's put more paint on and see what happens. Okay, not terrible. Seems to be working, and I should stop right there because I'm going to do too much. And sprayer offing, and oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Final paper. Try to get that yuck off my brayer. Okay, here's another way you can make sure it has good contact, right? By the way, if you see people who are using like a big wooden thingy jobber to push their paper down into the paint, that's called a baron. And this is a paddle or a stick or whatever you want to call it for air hockey. And it works peachy keen jelly bean. And it was cheap. And I have a spare because it came in pairs. In case I want to, you know, start playing air hockey. All right, now we're going to let this one dry. Ooh. I think while this one dries, I am going to go wash those stencils so we can do that little experiment. And maybe I'll actually get that all set up before I come back so it doesn't drive my camera crazy so much. But I'll there we go. Now I think I can kind of show it to you. I will try this with the turquoise color, and then the purple, and then the white, off-white. And then I'll come back when they're ready to pull, and we'll see if I like that any better. I think I will. I don't know though. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so here it is. This is done, and I pulled it with this beige paper, or I mean I used the beige paper for the final pull is what I'm trying to say. And there's still the little one, but the large one, the new experiment, new order, is done. But you know what I did is, while I was away, I changed entirely too many things. So now it is a failed experiment because it's going to tell me very little. But we'll take a look at it. Look at I'm a little purple. I mean, many of us who know me know I am a part alien anyway. So now proof. The purple's coming out. All right, let's see how the small one turned out. I don't know what I think about that. Very little of the purple shows up at all. And I like it. I like this. I mean, this is going to make a fabulous background for some stuff, right? But I'm not sure what happened. I'm going to have to ponder. Okay. Anywho, there's that one. Now, let's see. When I reversed the colors, or the order of the colors, what else did I change? I changed how I applied the second color. I changed the final pull paper from white to this beige. I don't even know if this paper is strong enough to do pulling. So we're going to find out a lot of stuff right now. Whoa! How about this corner? No, 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 no. We have tearing. We have tearing. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Just gonna crack these edges, I guess. Okay. What about over here? What's going on? Nope, that the paint didn't tear that. I did. I've got it kinked. There we go. Okay, I think this paper is going to be okay for pulling. Okay. Whoops. Except where it's super stuck on the edges. Okay, I'm just going to pull up. I'm just going to pull up all the edges. I have so much paint overhanging because I just run it right off the edges. In fact, there's a wet puddle still right here. Goodness sakes. All right, now we're ready. Let's go and see what we ended up with. Okay, little tiny bits left on there. I think that's pretty standard and very shiny. I do like this better. I don't love this. I don't think I did very good choices in the stencil department, and I don't think my choices are great either. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love these colors together. But they're not different enough to really show what's going on. And they're not subtle enough to be tone on tone. So, you know, it's kind of neither here nor there. Oh my. That's not what you're looking for. Oh, it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for art that says a thing. Not a nothing. Okay. Let's see if I can get out that giant air bubble. Did I get out the giant air bubble? No, let's try to get out some on the other side. I happen to know that there's a paint bit under here somewhere. Have to clean this whole thing, this whole plate and my jelly plates and the whole deal, and recondition them, get everybody all spiffied up before I do much more, because we are unspiffied. How did I do? Oh, I might be learning. That's a little better, isn't it? Not a ton better. It's a little better. I might be learning how to put my gel plate down. I am so anchoring my desk to the wall to get this vibration down, and then I am buying a new camera mount. How many times have I said that now? A bunch, I think. For those of you keeping count, let me know how many times I mentioned that. But kind of just kidding. Someday, man, someday we will have a different camera mount in here and things will not shake. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Let's call this done. This is the shortest video I've done in a long time, and I sat here silent for what, 2 minutes at the end? Please like, comment, subscribe, ask questions, leave tips and suggestions and what have you, because I am trying to learn this gel printing thing, and you know, not doing great at it. But, oh, sorry, that was Suni. Suni was paying us a visit. What else? Oh, this is part of Just the Bits January. So in January, I'm doing a whole lot of gel printing and tea dyeing and coffee dyeing and prepping. I'm fussy cutting. I'm doing a lot of prepping so that when after February, because February is going to be Finish It February. After Finish It February, where I go back and make sure things are done from last year. Gosh darn it, words. Oh, after that, I am going to start making stuff March. Can you tell I like alliteration? But Just the Bits January in prep, Finish It February, whatever I can that's not done, get it done. And March is when we're going to start making some new projects. I'm really excited. Okay. Sorry. See you next time. Bye.